keeping secrets in my head, or any space you can find. Glad to see that I can help make your life a bit easier. But have you ever thought of how I felt? You need to think about your behavior.
Yes. You know, I hate it when the music don't go down when I say to. Hey, but anyway, it's Sunday, and this is Butch On Sports. Simply Butch is here. And as of, not like last week, thanks for tuning in, because I couldn't say it because we wasn't on the air. So there. We have some sports news that I know basically you just can't get enough of. So let's have at it, boys and girls, and settle back for maybe 20 minutes or 21 minutes or whatever I got. Keep some sports news you can't get enough of. Let's have at it with the NFL. NFL, a lot of games today here. A lot of surprises, I should say. Okay. I look at the board, you know, excuse me again here. Lingering this cold, and clearing your throat is gold. I tell you that right now. New England and the Giants got together. New England won that one. Carolina Panthers and Tampa Bay got together. That's the who cares and who don't care game. Carolina took care of business, 37-26. Seattle and Cleveland here. Cleveland loses to Seattle. They got some things to clean up there. And it was a competitive game, by the way, 28-32, Seattle winning. 31-24, Houston put one on Kansas City Chiefs here. They can be beaten. Proved it today. Washington Redskins wins a game after the coach got fired last week. They beat Miami by 1 point. A win's a win. Minnesota and, yes, Philadelphia got together, was competitive for a minute. Philadelphia came back, but Minnesota shrugged back ahead to win that particular game here. New Orleans and Jacksonville, slobber knocker, two good defenses. New Orleans win 13-6. Ravens beat the Cincinnati Reds 23-17. San Francisco over the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, 20-6. Don't believe it, huh? San Francisco for real, yes. Arizona Cardinals win a game by 1 point, 34-33 over Atlanta. Atlanta got some problems there, and I see trades in their lifetime here. Denver beat Tennessee and shut them out, 16-0. And New York Jets, I watched that game over the Dallas Cowboys, 24-22. That was a pretty doggone good game in itself. Donald, he shocked me here. Standings as they are right now here in the AFC here, New England in the East, Baltimore in the North, Houston in the South. And in the West, Kansas City, Oakland's not playing around. They're 3-2, boys and girls. Yes. I tell you, NFC, okay? I'm just going to get you the news. Try and do it quickly here because this board is just not changing the way it should. Dallas in the East. Green Bay in the North, followed by Minnesota, who won today. Detroit is in third place. Yes. They can kind of gain some ground here, you know. on Minnesota because, again, Minnesota won 4 games, but Detroit's only lost 1 due to the tie. And, of course, in the South, New Orleans doing great, 5-1. Carolina's 4-2 still, a competitive team. They give New Orleans a jam down the road a piece. San Francisco 5-0, Seattle 5-1. Rams are about 500 there. Those are give you the whiff of what's going on in the NFL at this moment. San Diego, or should I say the Los Angeles Chargers, are playing the Steelers. Steelers were leading 7-0 when we went to the show here. Around about 8:4, give it about 8:35, we started off on this extravaganza here for you here. Of stuff. Yes, of stuff here. Let it be known. You know, there were some losses today in injuries. There's the Seahawks new tight end, Will Disley. Achilles tendon injury there. That's going to be looked at, and that's going to be hard on, yes, Seattle there. And the Dallas Cowboy, Amari Cooper, in the first quarter, got kicked in quads there. We'll kind of watch his progress and see if he's ready for next week or whenever. Okay. Can't say much. New York Yankees beat the crap out of the Astros on Saturday night. And I say personally, all the Detroit people in that particular games, God bless you, boy. By the way, Washington is leading that series 2-0 over the St. Louis Cardinals, going to Washington. St. Louis is going to have to do some desperate damage on the road in order to get back in that series. I predicted on a show called The Game that I participate on Monday nights, kind of inviting you at 7 o'clock. I go on, but the show starts at 6 o'clock. I kind of predicted that out of that series that was be had there between Los Angeles and the Nationals, whoever win that game or that series, they're going to go to the World Series. And I still do believe that right now Washington is going to go to World Series for the first time. After getting rid of Harper, what can you say about that, boys and girls? Right now, the game is going on, and last I looked, Houston has someone on base. I have not monitored that yet there. And may not be that we're on the air. Maybe I'll get a little click and clack here while I'm at this board. And I tell you, don't have any score for you, but I'll get one for you before it's all over. Astros, they regrouping tonight. They got Verlander in the game. Verlander, hopefully he'll take care of business for him and give them something that they never had. A first win in this particular series. Of course, if you want to play hardball there, Yankees, they ain't no stiffs. St. Louis, Nationals, tomorrow night on Monday, they'll get back there. Yes, Houston is winning right now by a score of 1-0. Verlander is going to go on the nut. That's at the end of 2 innings. So I got that for you there. And, hey, I thank you. Okay, let's move on, boys and girls. We got out of baseball right here. And merged into hockey as the Detroit Red Wings last night scored a lot. Plenty. A gang full of stuff there. And I don't know how you pronounce his name, Aliyai Mikhailovich. He put the Maple Leafs ahead in the final period, the second period. And when Jimmy Howard gambled and came out of his net to cut him off, and hey, whatever it was, he gambled and lost because this guy was passing up a Detroit defenseman and took him on by storm and scored, practically empty net. And from that point on, Detroit, was fighting back, and you give them credit for what it's due, one goal. but the Maple Leafs put them away in the third. Seemed like it was a pretty doggone good game up to maybe, I'd say, half the game, and after that, the Maple Leafs took over and showed that they were not lethargic at all. Red Wings were very lethargic in that particular game. Defense, offense, checking, forwards, none of that existed after that particular time, which is about 10 minutes into the second period on through the rest of the game. Good goaltending by Howard, by the way, there. He had no support at all from his defensive men at all. And again, that will be a concern, a problem, a mishap for the Detroit Red Wings if they don't get that fixed in a hurry. Also, one thing to know in this game is Matthews, 6 goals, and Matthews for Toronto, both 6 goals. They both were held without a point. And, defenses, in this case, talking about Mathis for this instance there, they're going to key on the guy. This way now, Larkins or whoever is made via Bertuzzi or Anthony Seal or whoever is on that line have to respond and score goals. Mathis last night had 3 good opportunities, 2 of them backfired on him, hitting posts, and 1 going over the net when still the net was clear. So, maybe a little nerves in being a leader. But again, those nerves are going to have to snap out quick, fast, in a hurry. Because the game could have been changed a whole heck of a lot if those goals were scored. And the Detroit Red Wings tightened up on defense. They didn't do it, and thus there's a loss. A huge loss. Vancouver, that's where the Red Wings will be meeting on Tuesday night. Yes, they're on the road. The Detroit Pistons, they're going to finish up their 5-game preseason slate this week on Tuesday against Philadelphia and on Wednesday at Charlotte. Then after that, they're going to be narrowing down, and they're narrowing down those lineups very quickly here, as I notice here. Okay, a lot of Detroit Drive, which is not the hockey team, but the basketball team up in Grand Rapids, minor league for the Pistons there. I think Christian Wood and Joe Johnson, they got a little battle there. So who's going to stay and who's going to go? And Christian Wood is playing like, I do not want to leave. He's showing something as far as defense is concerned and some of his offensive prowess there. He's giving Joe Johnson a fit. Joe Johnson's pretty good too now. But who's going to do the main slop of the work when it comes down to the season, who the Pistons decide to keep around there? Backup wings like Langston Galloway and Siv Mahaluk, however they pronounce that name, I'll get it right one day. And Johnson are the main squeezes in the forward position there, trying to get some minutes, heavy forwards. And then back up that center position, Woods and Maker is a battle in itself. Maker is getting a whole lot of time during this preseason, boys and girls. A lot of time to be getting itself together. So it's going to be on him personally, because he had a little competition in with Woods. He's getting every opportunity to play behind Andre Drummond, who needs a rest and some viable minutes from a backup there. And that goes to say for Griffin as well here. Playing them like they played him last year was just totally indignant. And it hurt him in the long haul, because at the end of the season, the Pistons were for good doggone, and then Griffin's gone for the rest of the season. And then when he played, he got hurt more. You don't want to do that. Come on, you're wearing kids down. Can't do it. Griffin is injury prone in get-go. Now, Andre Drummond, again, he knows the contract is near. He overplays. Nothing wrong with overplaying. He'll get it together. Football in high school is still cool. This week, a lot of other entries came into play there. Class A, 42 entries are now ready for playoff. Class B, 31 entries are ready for playoff. Class C, 33 entries are for playoff. And Class D, we just couldn't get a whole heck of a lot of numbers. We got the most numbers we got was 3. Then when we started clicking around for filtering and whatnot there, we got a couple more there. But right now, 10 teams in Class D are ready for action. We're talking about a full slate of 11 people on the team. And hopefully that number can get a lot more accurate, because I will be giving a call to the to the communications department to find out what's the deal with that filter. What am I doing wrong? First, because it should be a lot more teams in Class D ready for a playoff ratification there. But again, I don't see it. So I tried my best here. Football. And a few more weeks, it'll be ready for volleyball playoffs. Cross-country meets for state ratifications will be in the making. Also, soccer is ongoing. So, hey, kids, boys and girls, ladies and gents, get out there and support these kids. They can be doing a lot of horrible things in this world here, but they're not. They pick some sports to put a balance of their educational prowess and life itself there. So, hey, give them a hoot and a holler. Go out there and support them. Please do. Also support those kids in middle school, elementary school, recreational. Get out there. Please get out there and support them. Do so. Do it today. If not tonight, after you get a good night's sleep, something's going on tomorrow. Better believe it. I think volleyball always go on Mondays. So there's something to do. Don't lie. Michigan and Michigan State football team, by the way, they played in college. Like I said, Eastern Michigan lost. Michigan State loses. Michigan State got their rear end kicked in, I should say. Michigan did win, but they got a little they got a little competition from their opponents there. I think Illinois yesterday. I really do. It was ahead by, I don't know, a whole lot, and all of a sudden Illinois just come roaring back. 25 unanswered points. Before Michigan got on their horses and started doing their thing again. I can't understand why a team wants to stay conservative when they think they got a big lead. Then a team comes back down, they got to start all over again. Michigan has been very lucky with this. I think Penn State will give them a challenge again on the road. And that'll be a night game. Michigan, I don't know who the heck they play. Michigan State, it is. I'll find out. You'll know on Wednesday's show. You better believe it here, kids. And speaking of colleges there, tickets for the 23rd annual Marathon MAC Football Championship scheduled for December the 7th. At Ford Field, the tickets are going on sale on Monday, October 14th, 10 a.m. Yes, the matchup features the championship of the Mid-America Conference East and West Division. Yes, will be the 16th Marathon MAC football game hosted by Ford Field. And it's always pretty good. I kind of enjoy that game. Championship game at Muzz is in Detroit. And teams got to travel. And those teams do travel with their, the kids and all there. And a big place like Detroit. And it's getting bigger now. It's, to me, a lot better than after Christmas extravaganza there. I don't know. But this kind of exciting there. It will pay to get on down there on that particular night, get some tickets and stuff there. And that's on December the 7th. That championship will be occurring in our city of Detroit down there at Ford Field for the MAC. So, yes, tickets going on sale on Monday morning. That's tomorrow at 10 a.m. just get some tickets and take part in that one there. Indeed. Wednesday we'll be going on the air, of course, doing our thing. And I can't tell you what to do, but I know one thing for sure here. It's I don't know. It's kind of fun. Kind of fun indeed. I'll tell you one thing for sure. In sports this week, a lot of stuff going on. Did I talk about wrestling for a minute? Let me I'll tell you what's going on. Let's talk about, get this off my chest. I watched the WE, and that draft stint. It was pre-planned, pre-ordered. You know, they already know who's going to stay there. And I think it really will hurt Raw and SmackDown tremendously with the stars not being able to merge from shoulders of the show. You know, and that distinction between Raw and SmackDown, that's got to stop. You know, somewhere down the line, you got to have some stability there. And if the WWE wanted to stay famous on Fox, it can't limit itself to seeing certain wrestlers not being seen on there. You know, that's to me, that's stupid of them to do a draft of any mechanism here. It stinks. I said it. Crown Jewels is coming up. That's where none of the women will participate, just men. So they had a slew of things in Saudi Arabia. That's where it's going to be held. 1 o'clock in the afternoon when you're at school or something of that nature. I don't know. I watched it once and really wasn't too impressed with it. It seems that WWE puts a whole lot of expense to make sure all the wrestlers and they make up things, certain championships and all. And to entertain the crowd, of course, which, you know, wrestling is worldwide, of course, there. But, hey, I don't know. We'll see down the road a piece. Will this be helpful or hurtful? In the meanwhile, the AEW is beating the crap out of NXT, although NXT is a pretty doggone good show in its own right. I just felt that the WWE again screwed themselves because they could have put them on Tuesday. There's no competition if you don't take part in it. And WWE had no business taking part. That's just another entity right now, wrestling, that they can better compare themselves with. Right now, they're putting themselves in a smelly position where the AEW is going to get a lot of play here. And the play comes from the AEW able to visit certain locales throughout the country and perform. Now, WWE, I don't know if they have a long, outstanding contract with the Little Caesars Arena where if someone else performs there, they come out their contract and perform somewhere else in the state of Michigan. I don't know if that's happening, but I'm quite sure you bet your bottom dollar that they can find somewhere to perform. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that's open up for them to perform. And they end up coming to Detroit, that's going to be a sellout. You believe that. Their competition on that show is very good, very exciting, and very entertaining. I really do. I thought good matches were dealt with on Wednesday here. I thought so. So, there you have it. I gave you the ins and outs of the wrestling stuff. Now, all kind of sports this week. Baseball, basketball. Yeah, so a wee bit of hockey and some more football. Hey, can't get better than this. The best time of the season for sports. Butch On Sports, the presentation of My Darling Production. You can get Butch On Sports on Facebook, boys and girls. Butch On Sports on Facebook is the place to get it. Also, we're on the game tomorrow night. Around 6 to 8 o'clock is the show. It's on 1400 ESPN. Yeah, out there in Sault Ste. Marie. If you can get it on your box, some of you with Windows, you can get that very well. If you don't have Windows and have a Mac or what it may be, you might have a time in the world unless you have Windows downloaded on that particular system, which I think is going to be a problem. We're still working on that with the station there, trying to get all that together so people in southeastern Michigan can consistently get the show, because a lot of those platforms of apps and stuff won't take in. Now, I said it. By golly, I did. People want to hear the show. By the way, because it's a good show, by the way, with Scott Nason, Dave McCaig, and also E.J. Russell, with their expertise on sports news, you just fall in love with here. Yes, the game on ESPN 1400 on Monday night there. That's a live show. And also, of course, the podcast on Wednesday. You can go to Podomatic, type in SIMPOYBUTCH.podomatic.com. You can also go to iTunes, boys and girls, and pull that off as well. Hey, hopefully it's a great week for you and everybody, including me, of course, here. Hey, y'all hang on in there. We'll give you some podcasts on Wednesday evening.